Hello everybody, welcome back to this mini series or whatever you want to call it I'm doing. Basically showing off all the robots I've made and giving you guys some ideas of what robots you'd want to see fight. There's the first part, or the robots from the first part, and we're going into part 2 because, well, we've still got the whole box to go. So, start off with the one that I've just made 5 minutes ago. Little Donald Thump. This come out of there was a set of instructions for this that were floating about from like a long time ago. Basically just a net. I folded that up, made it into cardboard out of a Monster Energy box. It's got nothing in it, so it's very light. It's going to be thrown around. Also, I think it's going to flop over quite a few times. But yeah, it's got a nice spin on it. That was just sort of double-sided tape. Stuck it onto the top. It's got the eyes, which I had great fun putting on after trying to double-sided sticky tape them on without realising you could peel the back off, which I've just learned, so I feel a bit silly about that. But yes, I've made a Donald Thump out of the instructions, and there we go. We'll go over there. That's slidey, ain't got no wheels in either. Okay, where do we go from here? Triton. We're going to go Triton first, second even. Yeah, BattleBots thing. I think I changed this out of a tombstone. I had covered it in shiny tape, made this abomination of a spinner, really. It's sort of counterweighted, but not really. It's got these slick wheels as well, so you know it's not the best. And also tilts a lot, and you know. No, it was a quick 5-minute build. It wasn't. No, it's nothing special or anything. But yeah, I was impressed with Triton because I like Deep Six. Obviously, Deep Six stopped competing, so now I've got a Triton. Gravity. I saw. I was looking for instructions on how to do gravity because it's like one of my favourite robots. I saw Anderson made his one, but I was like, yeah, I think I could do better. And this is what I managed to come up with. At the start, it just had a flat back, and obviously, you know, it's a very weird shape of gravity. I was going to add some like tape or something to cover up these holes, but I haven't got around to that yet because I was just thinking it was just not quite what I wanted. No. Made the flipper. Yeah, the flipper's bent because it's so thin. Again, just layers of shiny tape, and it's a one solid piece of cardboard that's been bent across there. Yeah, gravity was just that weird, awkward shape. I've strapped some Lego wheels in it. It's probably going to get remade sooner or later. Yeah, it had a piece of, it did have see-through tape covering up the wheels, but it's come off. Yeah, gravity was such a weird shape to try and do. This was the best I could come up with. It's a bunch of cardboard, obviously, with a Lego base plate glued into it, and then some wheels attached onto that. Some Lego at the back. It keeps it quite nicely balanced, actually. Nice flipper. Also, I just strapped a base plate in the flipper section just to give it something to rest on instead of just sinking in, which I probably shouldn't have done. Milliamberg made a little mini. It's very, very small milliamp because I had a bunch of these like quarter pipe pieces and quarter like circle things, and it took me a while to find the top bits as well. But basically, strapped a couple of wheels on it, had the little spikes. I haven't painted it or coloured it in or anything, just because you know I'm gonna make it bigger and better than what it was. But I made a quick little milliamp. That was an alright 5-minute build. That. Okay. Where do we go? I'll go for you. Elevator. We saw him. I put him in one of my extreme episodes. Yeah, extreme episodes. Grabber, a lifter thing. I think I put him in anyway. Can't quite remember using him, honestly. He's got this. He used to keep wheeling whenever he lifted up. So I put a little like Danton Kia style tail in there, which basically attaches to the little pole in there, which would basically rest on the flipper. I mean, it's not for flipping or anything, but you know, it kept it from wheeling whenever the flipper was shut. This was a it was like a I forget what you call it. I've no idea what you call it. It's like a bulldozer thing, and you could like twist the top to bring this up. And there was another piece you could twist the bucket up and down. I had that for one series of me and my brother's series, and then decided to change it just because I wasn't quite happy with it. It had red wheels. I changed them, put them on a different robot. But yeah, I made it into this, which is pretty nice, I think. Grabby, lifty, topply thing, you know? You guys over there. All right, in this corner. Rusty. Yeah, another 5-minute build. Probably needs to be bigger, made more like a proper one. Obviously, got the hex bug over there, so might use that as a reference. But you know, he's got his hammer thing, a little bit of Technic there. Hasn't been coloured or anything because again, it wasn't going to be a permanent thing. But you know, little face, smiley face, hat, axe thing. Rusty. Okay, this thing has been around for a long time, or at least this sort of design. Basically, I don't know if it came out of anything, but basically I wanted to use these flame pieces, and I had this idea for some forks in the front, which I made out of these Technic pieces. Obviously these massive wheels came from somewhere, and then obviously it had a Circular Lots hammer piece just wedged into a Technic piece, which acts as the top. This is, don't know if I said name right already, but this is Equalizer, or the Equalizer. Obviously, it was a mainly black robot, so Men in Black. Well, I've got to thank my dad to help me with that. These are the self-lighters, which I don't know if they should be self-lighters or not, because you know they're flame pieces, which you know fire can't really self-light a robot. Also, that one's stiffer than the other one. But yeah, big chunky 4-wheel drive thing, basically just around to be destroyed and whatnot. Tornado. I recently bought a new Tornado to wow, that's shiny. A new Tornado because my old one, I'd snapped the plastic off because I didn't like how the plastic, the top little see-through bit wasn't as the same length as that, and same with the spinner. The spinner in mine had come out and didn't mesh with the wheels at all, but now it does. That's in there properly. The wedge I created a while ago, that's been put on. Yeah, and it's got its spikes as well because the other one had its spikes snapped off. Yeah, nice Tornado. Got that from Vinted and it was very cheap. Go over there. Alright then, alright, let's move on. Where to? Okay. El Diablo. Again, a bomb bots, I think, style thing, where it just destroys itself whenever it uses its weapon. Stoster Horn. Again, yeah, the tracks are there, and they do move, but now you've got this thing in the bottom, because why not? Now we can go make a bunch of noise. There you go, it's broken. Alright. Next. Sawblaze. Love this robot. It's a good robot. Zach and Diana, of course. I made the proper one. Got a gear piece on the top. Some white wheels that I've just straight coloured in with a blue pen. Scorpio's name on the back, which I wrote in blue. Sorry. And then left it white because then I couldn't colour the actual thing in blue because then they wouldn't have a name. Yeah, hammer saw thing. Little wedgelets on the front. Give it a little thing. It should be a little bit longer, but at the minute I'm not too bothered with it. I'm happy as it is. Good little hammer saw thing. Spinny gear. Doesn't do much damage, of course, but you know. What are you going to do? It's only a piece of Lego. Okay, here we go. Next one. This is Turret again. I can't remember if I put Turret in the series or not yet. But I changed him recently. He used to have just plain plastic wheels with these cone pieces on the side. And the cone pieces were the actual wheels that touched the floor. So I got rid of them. Got rid of a 3 axle set. And yeah, it's got this little, I don't know what you want to call that, a little lifter thing. If it's upside down, then it can use that to get somewhat on its wheels. Wherever it's gone, it's hiding. There you go. like that, and then it just brings itself back down. Added a bit of like side detail, put these random bunch of pieces on there. The turret's still in there, of course. They don't have anything to fire because it's like a Robot Wars spec series, and also, you know, be a bit hard to do. Got a little wedge on the front, nice cone design of the wheels, and a turret is made. There you go. Alright, yeah, we'll go here. My own design. This was based around the weapon. The weapon came first. This was basically a compass piece, which was just hiding around, I think. I just put a piece of Technic in it. Fit a Technic bar in it, so, you know, it's off-center because of how Technic and Lego don't really cooperate with each other. So it is an off-center hammerbot with that little spacer in there as well. That's a bit dark, isn't it? There you go, there's a spacer. Four-wheel drive, made him like the Judge, I think the Series 5.0 series of the Judge. Obviously the wheels aren't actually stuck in, there's a huge gap in between like the chassis and the wheels and like this top supporting piece, so it isn't actually supporting, so you can just... There you go, the wheels are out now. And now he's dead. Judge, no, not the Judge, I called him Slipping Jimmy, because Better Call Saul, I was watching that recently. So, yeah, there we go. There's one. Okay, this one is going to be necessary soon. I was thinking about making this one in Robot Rumble 2.0, Santa Claus, of course. We saw him last year. I think he hasn't changed since then. Not putting him in camera there. Yeah, the head was from a Lego Christmas calendar I had a while ago. I just nabbed the head, put it on some red pieces, and now we have a Santa Claus robot. Hooray! Not much to say, honestly. Okay, where do we go here? This is free postage, sorry. It's like free shipping, but British. Obviously, absolutely not based on, yeah, it's kind of based on free shipping now. It's got this lifty thing. This was in a crane thing I got for Christmas one year with a bunch of containers, which I took apart. Built into this huge, massive tool thing, which obviously, you know, isn't that accurate. It's a huge build, like next to anything else. Got these self-writers on it just because it couldn't self-write normally. Got 4 little bald wheels on the bottom, a whole bunch of Technic pieces and whatnot. Pins to keep it from staying like side. And a big lifty thing, so yeah, probably worth rebuilding at some point, but at the minute he's just he's there. So yeah, free postage. Alright, here we go. Smash and Pound, he's original one. He came in like a Robots of a Month episode I did last year. Hasn't changed much since then. He's got wedgy sides instead of just like straight flat there. And yeah, big Robot Wars pinball hammer, which will basically just throw it over whenever you try to fire it. So yeah, all the way in the hammer with a little bit of Lego strapped onto it. There you go. Alright then, here we go. Facet, which is Firestorm painted blue. Or whenever I say painted, just think coloured, because you know I don't paint anything anymore. Facet, it's a robot I've been like amazed with making. I try not to say fascinated there. With a bit, you know, I don't love this robot, but I was always fascinated with making one. There was one year, I think, I had a Facet, which was basically a Firestorm again, but it had Lego wheels put into it. It was missing a side. It has a piece of Lego on the side, and it was covered in cardboard. So it's basically a Firestorm covered in cardboard and then actually painted. Which, with the tape and cardboard, it just flaked off after every battle. So when I took it against, like, Fluffy or something, like Cobalt, there's just bits of, like, blue paint chipped everywhere across the arena floor. It's such a mess to clean up. Like, the spinner would just shred against the side and it would just go everywhere. It was beautiful. Lovely. I've got to do that again and put it on the Combat Carnage battles. But yeah, Facet. Front rear hinge flipper now. Firestorm. covered in masking tape and covered in blue marker. Sleep reaches the floor. Big flipper. Self-lights, yes. So I've got a spare Firestorm chassis there if I need it. There we go. There's that one for you. This one I don't have a name for. I don't think I named it, at least. This was another my own design. I've been messing around with these pieces for a while, and I wanted to make like a fork and talk, which is like Anthony's design with these. But I ended up completely going my own direction with it. A little grabber thing with these bit of Technic on the back. These wheels, they're doubled up. These were the wheels I used for Lockjaw a little while ago, when he wasn't Lockjaw at all, and just called Locky because he vaguely resembled Lockjaw. Little grabber, wheels, whatever, I don't know what to say. Wedge there. Can self-light one way but not another. There's one of his pieces come off there. Chuck him back on. Yeah. My own little forky boy. He goes rolling off over there. Okay, Kraken. Here we go, Kraken. I love this one. This is such a good one to make. Kraken. Because it took a while to do. I've recently refreshed him, so he's got a proper wedge bit to that. And, you know, this massive head that is on it is there's a great bit. There's a bit of Technic. It's like one of the angled bits of Technic you just see in there. And there were bits of Lego put together like that. Just pinching either side, and they came up together, and there was like bits and pieces everywhere. And obviously, like, I haven't filled it in the back, so it's very razor prone. So you'll probably see that at some point. Kraken on the back. Wheels very green. I haven't put the scale on because I wasn't too sure I'd like them. Put eyes on it. A little flamethrower thing in there made. Black front thing. There is a little bit of green pen on there, which you can't see, which is meant to be that little design that they have on there, but that didn't end up working. Kraken, yeah, he's been around for quite a while now. Had a little freshen up recently, but not much had changed. Okay, let's have a look then. Now we're getting into like the proper replicas. Yeah, there we go, Exterminator. Exterminator, I've touched up myself. Added a big foil wedge on the front for, I don't know why. I put a hole in the side of it because I wanted the self-lighting pole Shremec things to line up. Obviously, you know, that was ages ago. Little wedge on the front, thought it made it look better. And it does. A little bit more competitive as well. To have that front wedge, basically I just use it as a giant battering ram now. Of course, the axe doesn't do much. I usually just almost force my finger behind it and try to take apart everything I got. So, yeah, Exterminator is a little bit different. Okay. And we'll start digging at the sides, I think. This is Tumble Wumble. I know, creative. Hammer. I wanted to use this design for a hammer, which is two, I don't know what you call those pieces of Lego, but like the circle that spins on the flat plate. I wanted to use that as a hammer, and obviously some wheels on the top as the tip. Some wheels in there, and these pieces, which I've also been wanting to use for a while. And you saw in a robot last time. You've got these pieces on them for whatever reason. Two gas tank sort of things in the back. And a huge front wedge. I'm not entirely sure why I put these on. They don't seem to do much, except for cover the wheels a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, not much else to say. Another robot that I didn't, you can see, I didn't actually have the 2x1s there, so I just cut up some like 4x1s, I think, and then stuck them together. Not stuck them together, but stuck them on a robot. So, you know, desperate times call for unnecessary measures, really. Okay. Alright, who are we going for? Yeah, alright, go for the big shiny thing. Bigger Brother. Bigger Brother, this is another late one, which this is one I had for a while, and I decided to cover it in shiny silver tape. You can see the light bouncing off it there. Gonna get him out your face quick. So flipper, big back wedge, wheels, bigger brother. Yeah, there you go. That's a bigger brother for you. Okay, for here. Carbide. This was a Lego set of instructions that I got offline. And this is built in the worst way possible. Like, you know, props to the guy for making instructions on how to build this. It looks okay. But, you know, the amount of pieces I needed, I haven't even got the proper ones on there. They're like circle pieces where they're meant to be like that on the top, but bigger ones, which is why I said I need to take apart one of the others. For this one, the bar, it spins a little bit, ends up getting stuck half the time. So, yeah, because obviously the way Lego is, it doesn't support the way this was made, because it has one long piece in the middle as like the start, and it's uneven, an uneven width, which is just annoying to build with, especially this back wedge. You have to put, basically, you have this bit which was uneven, and then you had to put like bits that will go over the edge and have studs on the side, just to get this design on the side, which is a horrible way, and this wedge on the back. Basically a bunch of wedge pieces like that, and the wheels are not even like proper wheels, they're just Lego pieces. Well, obviously Lego pieces, but circle things with some more on there, which again don't have the correct pieces for, so I've only got 2 on this one side. But you know, it looks okay. I can't really say it was worth the effort, but you know, it's a carbide. I needed a carbide, and I wasn't going to make one myself, so carbide. There we go. Maybe a bit too modern for the rest of my robots, but hey ho. Again, this doesn't have a name, it's just a flipper, which I was quite proud of. I had these big wheels. What it was going to be like a grabby thing, where I had these bits, but they were a bit further down and a bit further up, so that the wedges come out the front there. These little bits would come out there. But I changed that, made it into a flipper thing. It's like a Weedy Big Cheese sort of one. Nice big flipper on it. Flips itself over, can run up or down. Itself right. Big old wheels, and can flip for years. Well, if it ever got under anything, which I don't know if it will. Yeah, big wheelie thing. It goes over there. You can drop some name suggestions in the comments if you want. If I like any of them, I'll give them to them. This is Scarab. This was a filler robot for one of my series. I basically didn't have enough robots for the amount of series I wanted, the amount of episodes I wanted to do. So stuck a couple of weapons together, stuck some spikes on the front, and then we got a Scarab. And obviously this piece of Lego ended up getting snapped there. Yeah, just about there. Yeah, and that yellow piece. Yeah, Scarab, not much to say about that. We'll go here. Dominator 2. I've recently made wider with this piece, with these pieces on the side, of course. Blah, blah, blah. Where the wheels would go, you'd have your wheels in there. I did think about putting wheels in there, but nah. I also put this this little V shape in there just to make it a bit more dominatory, because it was just 2 wedge pieces up there, and it didn't look very dominatish. Covered the bottom in silver, of course. Naturally, and Dominator 2, yeah, he's quite a nice one. I thought he was quite good, considering the awful design. It looks a bit like Cat 3, so I'll probably be mimicking this chassis design for Cat 3 whenever I get around to making it. But there you go, Dominator 2. 2, I think it is Dominator 2. Right, okay. Get up then. Who else? Okay, we'll go for the big boy. Big boy can opener. He's missing his back piece, actually. Oh no, where that's gone. That's gone into Wonderland. Right, get off of me. Can opener. He used to have his little thing on the back. 2 big giant claws on the front. He's also been built like that other one I showed you, Wasp. I think, where it's flat on that side, and it just ramps up in levels there and goes across. There's a little bit of tape stuck somewhere. Getting stuck on that wheel. Yeah, okay, but yeah, can opener, 2 big claws. They're not connected to anything, so they're going to be wobbly, or, you know, not really grab anything. Well, they'll grab something, but, you know, they won't grab at the same time, you know. Yeah, can opener, missing his little bum piece. He goes over there. Alright then. Pussycat. I was thinking of changing him, actually. I was going to make the silver bit come round to that bit again. make it like Series 7 version, I think. I added the silver bits, like that one Donny, orange those overages. I took 2 casters instead of one, where one usually just has a knob, and then one side has a wheel, but I wanted both wheels on both sides so it could roll properly. And yeah, that's it, Pussycat. I'll chuck them over there. Go on, we'll get the other toy out of the way. Chaos 2. Again, covered in shiny silver tape. Got holes in the bottom because razor and crushes and stuff like that. Flipper, which is broken but not entirely. So you've got the flipper, button to push it down if they want. Silver shiny bits on the side. They've got polycarbonate ones there. Got his back piece, which are again aluminium tape. And Chaos 2 is there. Again, we need some more space, so I'll put them over there. Alright then, back into my design. I see a really nice one down there, which I'm really proud of. Bot from the blue. This is another MLU4 robot. A really solid, thick flipper this time. I put a Lego axle at the back to add like a hinge almost. It goes with the flipper. Slots into the flipper, rolls across the top of the robot. Very nice to the floor. Again, using the same tactic MLU4 did, which is that robot was pit stop set. Spinner thing that sat on the front of Matilda like that, and this big spin on the front. But I took that off, took the spinner off, put a flipper on it, painted it blue, gave it a piston detail for 5 minutes until Razor comes, whips it out. Spoilers. But yeah, bot from the blue goes over there. Here we go, another nice-ish one. We got a very derpish Hydra that I made. I did have a nice flat one, but I thought it was a bit too flat, so I made him a boxier robot. Gave him his flipper, no wheels because obviously it's too small, and a Hydra flipper. Yeah, Team White actually on the back. It's going to focus, which isn't. Added all the details and whatnot. TKO.com. My terrible handwriting. And big flipper Hydra. Boof. Okay, here we go. This is Hefty. Hefty, again, MLU4's design, ripped off of. He did have the MLU4 wheels, which are these big brown cylindrical things. Basically, were just strapped onto the side. You know, I put it against Fluffy and whatnot and absolutely shattered the wheels, as them brown pieces do. So I changed it up a bit, gave it a big long flipper thing, lifter flipper thing with a leaf on top. It's a little entanglement device which does nothing, just like the real one. And all them wedges. I had to buy like a 10-pack of green wedges because obviously I didn't have any. I gave him these proper wheels. So yeah, Hefty. Using here. Oh, that's not nice to sit on. Get off. Here is Neon Raptor. You've seen this before in that Christmas special I did a while ago. Claw, lifter, self-fighter, which didn't work terribly well. Neon Raptor. Fish. That's not his name, but you know, it's a fish. It's a shark strapped to a pair of wheels and some things at the back attached by a pole. And we have a swordfish on the top. Again, no name. Just a robot I stuck together within like 5 minutes. Yeah, exciting. Okay, yeah, let's start over with Bronco. Bronco, he hasn't changed a lot. He's still the way he was, just covered in shiny stuff. Look at that. Get blinded. Very shiny, nice, big, humongous flipper. So he shoves everyone about and does what he wants, essentially. Another battle, again, slick wheels, so he's not going to be able to drive that well. And that weird back piece as well, which is another one of the tombstone, no, not tombstone, carbide style of back pieces. Yeah, you can see how well he does not roll at all. He's getting caught up on that back wedge. There you go. There you go. Another one I like. This is one I like as well. I say like, it's not too bad. It's quite bad. It's not that good. Okay, obviously crustacean. Crustacean. He has his claws. They're very big and very far apart. So ignore that. You know, big circle body. Domey pieces make him like that shape. He hasn't got his eyes or nothing. A bunch of wheels everywhere because I couldn't fit them in the body. Nice big claws, and a crustacean is born. Yeah, very yeah, it was an okay robot to build. Got quite annoying when it came to the silver thing because that tape does not go with the flow at all. It just fights you everywhere you go. You know, it's horrible to work with, but also looks shiny. So that has to go on everything. You know what I mean? There you go. He sits there apparently. I've got that back corner to fill up as well. So there we go. We're quite decent way into the box. We're looking at 5 parts, I think, to this series. This alligator. This is a modular bot, actually. I've got pictures of it lurking around somewhere. Again, anything I said I've had, I'll probably try and find pictures of them and stick them in. Basically, it's a flipper at the minute, but you can turn into a 4-wheel drive wedge box with a grabber on the front or a crushing claw. You can have a big wedge on the front too. He's got these wheels at the back to help with wheeling. Very nice, powerful flipper as well. Like flipping things. Wheelie device, of course, whatever. Pole pieces just to make it look a bit better, and you know. There you go. There's off camera, but whatever. There we go. Alligator modular bot. He'll be cool. We'll get into the nice ones now because I put all the nice ones down the bottom. Skeleton. Again, another filler bot. Skeleton stuck onto a car with that weird piece from that Lego truck thing. Yeah, nothing else to say. This one I saw. We've seen him, of course. Again with the round pieces. Surveyor, Crusher, big thing. Joke. Yeah, pretty good robot. I was really impressed with this. It's a big, like, tall thing as well. Another big crusher with that innovative design of getting people off the crusher just by having a little waggly stick next to it. Yeah. I saw. Yeah, that's all I have to say there. I fixed the camera issue as well in the last part, or in the first part, I should say. You know, it was all jittery, and for some reason my camera was set to 30 frames per second for whatever reason. I didn't put it like that, it just decided to, so, yeah, sorry about the first part if it made you feel sick, which made me feel sick just watching a little bit of it. So yeah, there is Limpet, I think. Was it Limpet? Yeah, must be Limpet from Jev Woodrow, World of Woodrow, blah blah blah. I'm saying that so wrong, but yeah. Stole his design for that battle, again, Christmas battle again. Yeah, not much else to say about that. I've seen it before, so there's no point going over it again. Okay, now we get into the weird and wacky late night out. I don't have much to say about that, honestly. APD device thing from MOU4 used on the top. Yep. Okay. Whiplash, both of his front things have oh god, there we go. Both of his front things have fallen off. They're in here somewhere. There. And there. There's the whip. And there's the lash. There we go, lovely. And it's got lifter thing and spinner. Recently changed it because it was a bit weird. Gave him red wheels because he was like the red wheel version. And the spinner, of course. Yeah, Whiplash, not really coloured in, but you know, that's that. And okay, we'll do one more. One more because this is getting quite long at this rate. Half an hour. I've been up here for more than that. Okay, BattleBot. This is BattleBot. MOU4 sort of design, not really. It's just a big, thick flipper with a huge flipper blade and some big wheels and some big base plate and big. you know, had the pieces, chucked them in, and that is the story, basically. BattleBot, there you go. That'll be our final one for today. I'll probably keep these robots on here while I make the next part. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in part 3.